What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today what the video is going to be about is how to mulch leaves rather than remove them. So a lot of the time what people do is remove them, and that's what a lot of my customers want. But there's also the other option of mulching them up, which is a lot cheaper and a lot faster. But for mulching, you kind of have to do it 2 or 3 times just to keep up with it. Otherwise, you're going to be mulching way too many at a time, and it's not good for the lawn. So basically, there's 2 options when doing a leaf cleanup. There is the option of raking it all and hauling it all away, or the option of mulching it up, which is, for me, what that means is to mow over all the leaves with the chute blocker shut, so that you're not just spraying them back and forth all over the place. So what I do is I go over everything 3 times. So the first time I'm going over it with the chute blocker shut and the deck all the way up. The second time we got the deck down to the height you want, but you're still keeping it shut. So then you've got 2 times, then everything is shredded up really fine. And then after that, what you're going to go back and do is go over everything again at the proper cut height, and you're going to leave the chute open, which is going to help spread all the little fine clippings out rather than leaving lines, because the chute blockers tend to leave a line on the end that the stuff gathers up. So that spreads it out so that you can't even tell it was that the leaves were ever there. So the chute blocker is really good. There's also, you could actually get a true mulching kit, but a chute blocker works just fine for what I need. But yeah, so here's some footage of how I do it, and stay tuned, and I will kind of show you guys the difference between pre-mulched, difference between before it's mulched and after mulch. This is the finished product after mulching them all in. I mean, a mulch in is gonna leave little bits of stuff, but that's enough that the ground will absorb it. But here's the line where I stopped. I still have to do that yet. That pile's there for the kids to play in later, so we'll work around that, but I will show you the finished product of this in just a few minutes. This is the finished product. I know it's not perfect, but this is my own yard, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it when there's a lot of leaves yet to fall. So, and it's already getting covered again like within 10 minutes, so I'm not going to spend all day on it. Okay, so now you've seen the finished product, how well it works. Now you are going to get a little bit of clippings and stuff still in the grass that you can see, but there's really not much, and it's by far better than it was. And really, the mulching it is a really good option because, and a big thing when you're telling your customers their options is to educate them on what they need to do. So basically, the fact of it is that mulching it is actually really good for your lawn, because those leaves end up down in the soil, and as you go through winter and it all decomposes, it gives your lawn some really good nutrients. So that's kind of a plus to it, and that's definitely a way to get customers to do mulching. But there's also some downsides. If you have too many leaves, then you're going to be creating a layer over the grass. So if it's too much to settle down in there, then you really shouldn't be mulching it. You should be piling it up and raking it and taking it away. So even though that method takes a long time and it's not as fun to do, it is sometimes necessary, a lot of the time necessary. So right now, all this footage of doing this is on our own lawn, so it doesn't really matter too much. And we still have tons of leaves around or trees around that have leaves and that haven't dropped. So really, I'm just keeping up with it so it looks nice and doesn't end up getting out of hand in too many leaves. So that's the thing with mulching. You don't want to overdo it. I will end up blowing all this stuff and hauling it away when it gets, because it's about to get real heavy when all these trees drop. So there is going to be some raking involved still, but there's going to be a lot less. So that's kind of the perk. But if you have a customer and you want to do it, you can do like a bi-weekly or every week cut or a mulch in. So every week you'll go over there, mulch them in, leave. The next week you come back, mulch them in again, and do it, I mean, however often you need. But you don't want to be putting too many leaves on your lawn because that's not good for it. So that's kind of the reasoning and the time for mulching. It's not always necessary, or not always a good thing, but most of the time, if you don't have too many, it is beneficial to the lawn. Alright, so that's it for this one. That was a short one, but it was a good one to just kind of felt like I wanted to show you guys how I do that. I'll see if I get a chance, if I can get a video made about actually leaf blowing and raking an actual lawn rather than mulching them up. But I don't like to film on customers' properties just because I don't think that's right unless you get permission from them, and I don't feel like that's really necessary. So once our lawn gets to that point, I will definitely get you guys some footage of that, and I'm really excited for this winter to get you guys some good footage of snow plowing. That's gonna be fun. So stay tuned. I always told myself I wasn't gonna say to like and subscribe, but I think I was looking at the analytics, and it says only 99% of my viewers are 99% of my viewers are unsubscribed. So that means only 1% of you guys watching right now are subscribed. So subscribe. It'll help out. The more subscribers I can get, the more content I can be putting out. And so yeah, subscribe. Don't bother hitting the bell if you don't want to know when I'm putting out videos, but it does help if you subscribe. But thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.